The
Grade
need to
7,
resolve those
I'm
conflicts
teacher
in
Cadillac
nonviolent
together
ways.
with teacher Nick Dao to
Nonviolent ways
discuss
can
to you
strengthen
on
human
how
relationship.
to.
It means
Good
that
Grade 7,
individuals
I'm
must
teacher
exhibit
Cadillac together
themselves
with
while
teacher Nick
respecting
Dao to
others in
discuss to
order
you
to resolve
on
those
how to.
conflicts. It also
Good Grade
necessitates
7,
that
I'm
they
teacher Cadillac
communicate in
together
order
with
to
teacher Nick
address
Dao to
problems
discuss
and
to
come up
you
with
on
solutions.
how to.
Also, all of these
Good Grade
conflicts
7,
resolution
I'm teacher
elements can help
Cadillac
to
together
strengthen
with teacher Nick
relationships
Dao to
while also
discuss to you
preventing
on
violence.
how to. Discover the conflicts presented in literary selections and the need to resolve those conflicts in a nonviolent way. First, let us define what is conflict. Conflict is characterized between two opposing forces. Also, it provides crucial tension in any story and is used to drive the narrative forward. The next are the categories of conflict. First, internal conflict. Internal conflict. It is when a character struggles with their own opposing desires or beliefs. Next is external conflict. It is a struggle between a character and outside force. Also, it sets a character against something or someone beyond their control.
So we are done in the categories of conflict, and now let's proceed to the types of conflict. So there are 6 types of conflict: the character versus self, character versus character, character versus nature, character versus supernatural, character versus technology, and character versus society. Character versus self is a form of internal conflict that occurs within the mind of a character. It is also one of the most engaging sorts of conflict because it portrays the truth of life experiences with complicated individuals who are not at peace with themselves. Next is character versus character. One of the most typical conflict is character versus character. It is an external conflict in which two or more characters are set against one another in a fight. Next is character versus nature. Character versus nature is when a character is challenged by a natural event. The examples of this are the weather, the wilderness, or a natural disaster. Next is character versus supernatural. So, character versus supernatural conflict arises when a supernatural power, such as fate, magical elements, unearthly entities, or religion, which opposes the character. Character versus technology. The protagonist is frequently faced against technology that has grown too powerful or that is being utilized for evil by another entity. Last but not the least, the character versus society. A character versus society conflict is an external conflict which happens when the protagonist is forced against society. And that's all the 6 categories of conflict.
The need to resolve those conflicts in nonviolent ways. Nonviolent ways can strengthen human relationship. It means that individuals must exhibit themselves while respecting others in order to resolve those conflicts. It also necessitates that they communicate in order to address problems and come up with solutions. Also, all of these conflicts resolution elements can help to strengthen relationships while also preventing violence.
Okay, class, for your activity that will be passed next week, you need to identify the categories and types of conflict in the given pictures.
That's all for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you, everyone.